Hello and welcome to Tech Talks. This is our IT edition. We're going to be focusing on the content pack for Splunk Observability Cloud. And as you can see on the title here, making observability available in Splunk Enterprise. That is what we're up to today. My name is Todd DeCapua. As you can see, I have the opportunity to work on the Field Solutions Engineering team, specifically focusing on IT and observability. Some of my contact details you can find below. Feel free to reach out with any questions that you have. Our agenda today, we're going to talk through a bit of the why, the what, the how. I'll do a quick demo. Also provide you with some additional resources as well as links to the Splunk community and ask for your assistance with Trust Radius. So as we kind of get into a bit of the why, you can see that for you, probably one or more of these statements and or challenges, if you look at them that way, apply to you and also the organization for which you work. So I guess as I reflect on this, I will ask you, which of these are you hearing or saying or maybe wake up thinking about? So we're moving to observability. We're modernizing IT operations. We're moving from a monolithic architecture to more microservices, and we are accelerating our digital transformation. So a lot there. These are things that we've heard and reasons why building this content pack for Splunk Observability Cloud has become so important. Again, this is just one of many ways today Splunk can help you. So what specifically is in this Splunk content pack for observability? As you can see, what we try to do and have been successful in, again, is building a feature-rich solution that out of the box just takes a few minutes to install, some minor configuration on your end, and then you can focus on getting results in. Those results and that pre-packaging you can see is made up of a number of different components. We have one service analyzer. There are more than 25 services, more than 70 KPIs, more than 15 dashboards, 5 glass tables, and we leverage 2 existing TAs. So again, that's how we get the data in, and then we visualize it for you out of the box in a number of different ways. As you can see in the fine print along the bottom, this has been designed for IT operations, executives, business participants and leaders, DevOps, DevSecOps professionals, and many, many more different personas as we think about it. This glass table is that executive view. What you can see if we move kind of left to right in the bottom left corner, these are the key trends over time for not only everything going on in your environment, but you can also see it broken out by synthetic results, APM results, and infrastructure monitoring results. And then as we look to the right, the dead center is the total roll-up score of everything going on. And then on the left-hand side is all of your synthetic results coming in. At the bottom is APM, and on the right-hand side is your infrastructure monitoring. So again, you can see all of this data coming in, rolling up, and providing you that service level view. Any of these items here on this executive glass table, you click on and it takes you right into that additional level of detail, so it's easy for you to find that needle in the haystack. As far as installation and configuration, again, I had mentioned minutes. It is literally minutes to install and configure. There are 2 add-ons that you will need to install, one for synthetics and the other for infrastructure monitoring. You can see the links to those in the bottom right, and also the versions. These are the current versions of these products at the time of the recording. Then you will install the content pack for observability. This can be found in the Splunk app for content packs, version 1.4.0. Third, follow the install and the config directions within a couple of steps that are within the Splunk docs. And again, you can see the link for those Splunk docs on the right. Then, step number 4 is just watch the service tree come alive. All the dashboards, all the glass tables, all of that will also be available. But again, this just takes a few minutes to install and do some basic configuration. Next, I'll go through a quick demo, and we'll go ahead and talk through how we're making this available. I'll prove to you how to get the results in minutes leveraging this Splunk content pack. And again, you can see at the bottom how many of our customers have been able to reduce MTTI, reduce MTTR, but then also support that journey that they're on and moving to observability, modernizing their IT operations, supporting that move from monolithic to more microservices, and then also accelerating their digital transformation. This view right here is that of the service tree. This is the one that ships out of the box with the content pack, and as you can see on the left hand side are all the synthetics checks, services, and then in the middle infrastructure monitoring and all the related infrastructure there, and then on the right hand side is APM, and the red metrics is what we focused on there. So rate, error, and duration are all rolled up for you, again all available at a single click. Alright, now on to the demo environment for the live portion of the demo. As you can see, this is the service analyzer service tree as we were just looking at that screenshot on the slide. And if we look over here to the left, we can see synthetics checks is red as we had seen before. In addition, we can see the HTTP checks and browser checks are kind of in pretty rough shape. If we were to click here into browser checks, you can see that goes ahead and brings up a few different KPIs for us. This response time is an average response time. So again, you can see those values here. We can see that the couple blog posts here, some SharePoint bits, these are all interesting. Let's have a look at this travel app search. And here we are. We come right into the travel app search. This is a dashboard that we have built, and you can see that it's pulling this data in from Splunk Synthetic. This is providing us with a roll-up of everything that we had just seen coming in, and if we were to click here, we'll get a fly-in. This will provide us with additional information specific to that entity, the travel app search. Again, we're showing this as an entity type, synthetic real browser, and again, you can see how this is being monitored both within this service called browser checks that we had just seen, as well as 3 different KPIs and what their results are as well over here. Most importantly here, these are the deep links that will take you right into those key systems and tools that as you are quickly accelerating your digital transformation, migrating over to observability. And what you will see as we're brought in is this brings us right into the Splunk Synthetic monitoring interface, and we can see these results as we'd seen a summary before, but again this taking us directly into Splunk Synthetics and showing us the specific details of why this is indeed red. If we go back here to our service tree view, we'll go ahead and shut this down. We can look into infrastructure monitoring, and for example, we'll take a look at our AWS EC2 environment. We can see a lot of activity here, but if we just wanted to look at CPU utilization, again, this is an average that we're showing, but there are over 4,100 entities, and if we wanted to have a closer look, we can see that this entity is currently running at almost 86% CPU utilization. As we click on that, what you'll be taken to is another dashboard, and what we can see is we're being directed to have a look here for this entity type and all of the tags associated with those. As we scroll down, again, much like we had just seen with synthetics, now we're in infrastructure monitoring, and you can see how things are scoring here from a services perspective, and then from a KPI perspective, the other results that are available for this one specific entity. As we would go ahead and click directly here into our Splunk infrastructure monitoring dashboard, so if we click here, so we'll be brought directly into here in context, and as you can see, these are all of the current metrics as they are coming in. As you would scroll down, we can see a lot of additional details. Again, this from the Splunk Observability Cloud infrastructure monitoring. There's other references down here that we could click on if you wanted to pull up additional related information and data associated with that. So we will go ahead and again go back here to our Service Analyzer tree view, and as we look at application performance monitoring, we can look at something in duration as an example, and these are averages for this KPI. But let's just say we wanted to look at our checkout service, which is currently showing a little over 21 milliseconds, and we are brought directly into this view, which is showing this dashboard coming up on the screen for us, and we're looking at this checkout service. We can see our red metrics, so the request to error and duration as associated, and then just like we had seen prior, when we click over here, we can see that this entity title is checkout service, specifically the Splunk APM entity type. These are the tags associated, and then down here are the services that are monitoring it and the scores, as well as the KPIs. And then we could click on any of these for the deep links that would take us directly into this checkout service, into the tag spotlight errors as an example. And we are brought right into this screen, which shows us the Splunk APM checkout service, request and errors associated. This is looking across all environments, and here we can see all of the data associated that does come in and is available to us with Splunk APM from the Splunk Observability Cloud. So we'll come back in here. There's a lot more that I could go ahead and show you, and let's go ahead and look specifically at the DevOps SRE detailed view, as well as our executive glass table view. As we have a look at the DevOps SRE detailed view, you can see that we're looking at the last 4 hours with 1 minute data points. And as we look at this, we can see the overall health of our environment is poor. The reason why is because of our synthetic monitoring. We see that the overall health of our browsers are not good. We can also see from an HTTP perspective that is not good. In these, we can simply click here to go to additional detailed information. Again, finding that needle in the haystack with a single click. You can see that this brings us directly into our HTTP checks, and we can go ahead and see that our response time is high here, and that's what is causing much of that issue. The other glass table was the executive glass table. Again, some similar data points. You can see that this environment is not looking good right now. Again, browser checks and HTTP checks are driving that. That rolls up these scores for all of your synthetics. Here you have your APM scores, so rate, error, and duration. And then from a infrastructure monitoring, again, we have things coming in from AWS, Azure, GCP, as well as my data center hosts, and that rolling up to a score here. And then down on the left-hand side, some key trends, a rolled up total, the Splunk synthetics, as well as Splunk APM and Splunk infrastructure monitoring. And again, same feature function in all of these glass tables. You can just click on these and get into those additional details. So that's going to wrap it up. There's a lot more that we could cover, but in this short time, wanted to provide you a demo, show you a few of those workflows and how this content pack, again, can help you with those key 5 elements that I covered off on. Several additional resources available to you. Wanted to share these and make sure that you had them. As you can see at the top, these links, you'll go ahead and get this asset as well, but each one providing you more information about what training and certification is available. As we look to number 2, you can see documentation. So got a link out directly to Splunk Docs, also a link directly to the Splunk app for content packs, and that is on splunkbase.splunk.com. You will also find the 2 TAs, the TA for the Splunk infrastructure monitoring, as well as synthetics, and both of those have direct links. They can also be found on splunkbase.splunk.com. The last 2 are about kind of the overall what is IT service intelligence and how does it work. And then you can see an overview of that ITSI content packs and content library. All of these are available for no additional cost. You get them with IT service intelligence. The real focus is on how do we just get additional value to you, our customers, more quickly by leveraging these content packs. And again, you'll see there are many of them out there, and we are delivering new ones at least quarterly. Next is the e-learning videos. So I've provided 3 of them for you. The first one is very specific to this content pack for the Splunk Observability Cloud. And then lastly is a blog post. This is a technical blog post, but one that also has many different pictures and screenshots available to be able to help you quickly walk through and understand a bit more about the Splunk Observability Cloud and how you might be using it, as well as other critical links to help you. This will be made available once this product is GA. Again, at the time of the recording, this product was not yet GA, but scheduled to be very soon. I wanted to, again, point you in the direction of our community. As you can see, we have something called Splunk Answers. Really cool site. Again, goes out broadly across the community. Some very talented and knowledgeable members there, quickly providing you with answers to some of your questions. So you'll find that on community.splunk.com. Next is the Splunk Tech Talks. So again, not only this session, but other sessions like this are available there. And then lastly are Splunk ideas. So please take some time, if you've got an idea for something you would like to see us build, or something that would really help you do your job better and faster, submit them here. So it's ideas.splunk.com. We go ahead and take a look at those and go ahead and fulfill your hopefully your desires within our backlogs and get that feature function out to you. So you go ahead and again submit your ideas out there to Splunk Ideas. And lastly, Trust Radius. So if you're enjoying ITSI, we'd love to hear your story. You can go ahead and see that link here at the bottom, trustradius.com. With that, I'd like to go ahead and thank you very much for your time today and participating in this session. Look forward to speaking with you soon.